What's up, Galaxy? It's time for Bantha Soup, the show where everything Star Wars related is up for discussion. I am your host, Gil Garcia. Today in the Bantha Tank, we're taking a look at another custom display diorama. This time, I made it of the great Boonta Eve pod race from Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. I said it once, I'll say it again, and I will keep saying it. Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, means so much to me. It's my favorite prequel movie, and there are just so many amazing characters that came from that film. I mean, Qui-Gon Jinn, probably my most favorite Jedi of all time. He was the one questioning the Jedi ways from the very beginning. He went from being Yoda's apprentice to Yoda's master, teaching him the ways of Jedi Force ghostery. I mean, Darth Maul, the sickest Sith of the entire galaxy. Guy has acrobatic fighting skills like none other. They keep using him, bringing him back for Clone Wars. They brought him back for Rebels. Guy won't go away. He's amazing. Young Obi-Wan Kenobi in his Jedi fighting prime. I have yet to see a Jedi lightsaber duel that equals that fight with Qui-Gon, Darth Maul, and Obi-Wan. Jar Jar Binks, that's a cinematic masterpiece. Nobody was doing animation like that at the time. George Lucas took that whole concept, created it, made it, and he steamrolled it. And nobody can deny how epic and how amazing that pod race scene was. The visuals are stunning. The soundtrack is incredible. Sitting in, watching the visuals and the soundtrack together, you just kind of fall into your seat by the weight of it all. All the different pod racers, all the characters, it was such a fun scene. It had a major impact on me, and I had a lot of fun playing with these action figures back in the day. Now we're going to truly honor them and give them the proper display that they deserve. So let's check it out! What's up, Galaxy? This pod racing display is going to be made out of an old cheap coffee table I got at Walmart for about 20 bucks. I like the length of the table and think it's going to be a great fit for Anakin and Sebulba's pod racers. One of my favorite techniques for displays is to create a textured look using spackling putty and paint. I actually use this technique on my cell barge display. It's super easy to do and you get a really cool looking effect for your displays. This is one display that I've been wanting to do for a very long time. As you can see, I've got this little small section of pod racers up on this shelf, and to be honest, it's very boring and does not do justice to the action figures or the scene from the movie, so it's finally time to create a proper display for these amazing toys. The Phantom Menace was such a huge part of my childhood, and I've got a lot of play value out of these figures and racers. It's time to properly honor them. To get started, I've got a small can of Alex Plus spackling. Basically, all I do is take a little bit of spackling in my hand, rub it on, pat it all over the top of the table. Super easy. So here we go. I just take a little bit with the tips of my fingers, gently rub it on, and then to get the right texture, all I do is take my fingers and pat. It makes the spackling stand up and gives it a really cool looking effect. Easy as that. Now I just have to do the entire table. Okay, I've got the entire thing covered in texture in all the places I want. You can see all the cool raised areas that's going to give it a great looking effect. Now it's time for a little paint to really bring it to life. When painting, all I use is cheap spray paint. I use a light tan spray for my base coat, obviously to look like sand, and then I use a cool metallic brown to make highlights in the sand. And here is the final product. Look how awesome that looks. It's ridiculously easy. This is really going to make those pod racers look amazing. A little bit goes a long way. Now to fill this pod racer scene, there's a couple custom pieces I made. I made this a while back, but it's an idea for the announcer booth. A lot of the pieces on this you might recognize. I think that's Barbecue's backpack from G.I. Joe. That's the security camera probe droid I stole from a sand trooper. The front of it has a Battle Corps backpack from a Walmart figure. And then the right is that assassin droid from the Attack of the Clones Obi-Wan Kenobi figure. This entire thing is basically made out of styrofoam and paint. I just took pieces of styrofoam, glued them together with hot glue. That is a Jedi Temple chair that I'm just going to set a fan on. And on this side, I'm probably going to stick Watto on it. On this piece, I also printed off some graphics online. Weathered them up a little bit just to kind of make them look distressed. Here's what the idea is for the spectator watching the race. Here's where I'm going to stick Watto. And for the actual booth, I just printed off some TV monitors that I got online to give it a little bit more detail. But overall, it was really easy, really fast build, looks great. This is another fun, quick, easy build. It's a spectator tower that Shmi, Qui-Gon, Jar Jar, and Padme watched the race from. The base, you're not going to believe it, all it is a painted Bucky's lid. Painted it to look like rock. The middle is just a toilet paper roll. Again, just painted it and glued them together. And then the platform is a piece of round cardboard. Another kind of cool idea I had to give the display a little bit more detail is to actually make the flags that represent each of the pod racers. So I just went online and printed images of the flags. I'm using dowel rods, painted them gray. I cut the flags out, use a little hot glue, and just basically stick them on. It's pretty neat. To give it a little bit more detail, I just kind of bend the flag up, it's just paper, to make them look like they're waving in the wind. But each pod racer that I have, I printed off each flag that goes to them. So it's kind of a cool little idea, just a little bit more detail. It was a cool scene to see all the different flags representing each different pod racer. So as I get more racers, I'll make more flags. I also wanted the pod racers to look like they were elevated a little bit. So again, I just painted dowel rods and glued them underneath the pod racers to stand them up. Now let's set it up.
control crest, and he's back on course.
Before we go, I want to give a special shout out to one of our subscribers, John Kane. John, thank you so much for the recommendation to make this video. It was really fun to build, it was really fun to shoot and share it with you guys. Definitely look forward to more videos like this. Thanks for the support, John. Thanks for watching, and may the force be with you. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see, we would really appreciate a like on our video. And while you're at it, go ahead and subscribe on YouTube to stay up to date on everything Bantha Soup. We do reviews, we build customs, we talk about everything Star Wars. Galaxy, thank you so much for watching. My name is Gil, and this is Bantha Soup.